Its interference in the year-long fight the Ethiopian government has waged with rebels. More than 2 million people have been displaced and thousands killed since that started. SABC News reporter Kailihle Khumalo is at the U.S. Embassy in Pretoria, where locally based Ethiopians are protesting over what they say is Washington's interference. A very good afternoon to you, Kaya. Tell us what else is happening there.
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Nzinga. So just a short while ago, they had an opportunity where a memorandum has just been read outside here, the U.S. diplomatic mission. In essence, they say they are totally against a foreign intervention. And as you know, that Ethiopia is battling a war in the northern part of the country. And of course, TPLF has been a leading group here. And of course, we know that Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has really been trying so hard to suppress and quell this particular conflict. So today, they're having this opportunity of sending a very clear message to the U.S. to stay away from the domestic affairs. But a short while ago, we approached the embassy and they said from their side they are not interfering. In fact, they are calling for a long-lasting political situation in Ethiopia, given the very significance of Ethiopia in the Horn of Africa, a region that has always been volatile for some time. But Nzinga, let's hear some views of some protesters who are here just to understand why they really took their time to be here. So, I'm just going to start with you. You're carrying this very important. All right, let's hear from you, sir. So just bear with us, Nzinga. I'm just going to start with you, sir. So you took your time to also be part of this demonstration. Why is it important for the U.S. to listen to your voice?
Actually, you know, these things happened the past 3 years. You know, we've been trying to solve out the things in back home, but still. He trying. Our Prime Minister, Dr. Abiy, he trying himself. But the thing is, the other opponent party, the TPLF, they don't want the leadership that he's running. And then they start to doing, they get support from US actually. They get truly support from US because the overseas news, the parties which is passing through CNN, BBC, the fake news that they produce for us. And we're just going to be the war in back home still going on because of them. And we need to stop fake news and give us the true news that we need. And that's the thing. The people are, all of them, as you see, the demonstrations that they have is because of U.S. supporting the fake news, the Al Jazeera, the CNN, and the BBC, and the other news agencies. And I want you to understand this. When we do this, because we are in Africa, SABC1 is one of the African newspapers, and I want you to pass that true news for us.
Just look at the impact of the war. Yeah. Like, how bad is the situation currently? We always hear about the catastrophic impact, the humanitarian aid that is desperately needed. But how awful is the situation?
That side, you know, as we hear, as we get the news through our social medias, and the things that we see there, it's not like positive, you know. It's not like positive. Everyone here have a family in back home. Everyone here have a relationship in back home. And everyone here which is coming that side, the war going on that side, it affects their families. And most of the people are going outside, and most of the people are killed, most of the people are raped, most of the people are because of this war. And we need this war to stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's hear from others. What about you, sir? You're here as well to add your voice. Yes. Do you think Americans will listen to you?
Hopefully. We are hoping that they will listen. To tell you, I'm coming from Putarichaba, 400 kilometers from Pretoria, to voice my concern. America is supporting TPLF, a terrorist group. Every time when they say stop the conflict, they are blaming the government. Before this war started, the government sent more than 10 times community leaders, priests, sheikhs, and everyone to Tigray to negotiate peacefully. They start on November 3. TPLF, US is supporting TPLF. They don't even condemn the invasion of Amara region, Afar, the massacre in Kombolcha, Maikadra. They're just supporting TPLF and they're saying negotiate with terrorists. TPLF is a terrorist.
How concerned are people back home about this war? I mean, there was a point where TPLF and Oromo group, they were talking about capturing Addis Ababa. What would be there like?
My family is staying in Addis Ababa. They say TPLF is in the outskirts of Addis Ababa. But the war is in Amhara region, in Dasi and Kombolcha, 380 kilometers away. This is one of the things we are saying. These mainstream medias, stop your fake news. Addis Ababa is not in siege. Addis Ababa is as peaceful as it gets. This one, you have been even told by your own people, the US citizens who are visiting Ethiopia. They have been saying that. Okay. Stop your fake news. Addis Ababa is safe. We will finish the PLF and Ethiopia will be back to its peaceful time.
Do you guys have faith in the AU?
Yes.
Do you have faith in the AU's mediation?
To be honest with you, I am somewhat disappointed because of AU. America is calling about intervention and interference and everything. AU is silent. This is the time to stand up and say, nope, Africans can solve their problems by Africans. AU can mediate, AU can do any kind of peaceful negotiations, not EU or US. Plus, the US is saying, stop the conflict and negotiate. Well, they are sanctioning only the government. They didn't even sanction one TPLF leader.
Do you have faith in Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed?
Definitely, 100%. I am happy.
He support him, Abiy. He support him, Abiy. He support him.
All right, guys, I'm afraid we're going to leave it there. So, Nzinga, those are the sentiments here in Pretoria. Of course, the Ethiopian nationals came in their numbers to send a very clear message to the U.S. Embassy. And, of course, when they reached out to the embassy, they say they do support a long-lasting political situation in Ethiopia, given the very importance of the country in the Horn of Africa. And we know that the AU Special Envoy, Olusegun Obasanjo, is seized with this particular matter where they are trying to mediate and bringing the warring parties together. But it's a very protracted issue because obviously Ethiopia is a very multi-ethnic society and obviously there are a lot of contentious issues at play in this regard.
Khayelihle Khumalo giving us an update there from outside the US Embassy in Pretoria.